Excellencies, esteemed delegates, participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of Indian Council of World Affairs, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the International Conference on Shanghai Cooperation Organization Reconnect, Rejuvenate, organized in collaboration with the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. We begin with the inaugural session of the conference. I now invite Ambassador Vijay Thakur Singh, Director General, Indian Council of World Affairs, to kindly deliver her welcome remarks.
Good afternoon, Namaste, Ambassador Grigory Lognivov, Deputy Secretary General of SCO, Ambassador Damu Ravi, Secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs, Excellencies, Heads of Missions and other diplomatic representatives, our think tank distinguished participants, a warm welcome to you for this conference. It is a conference based, the theme of the conference is International Conference on Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Reconnect, Rejuvenate. As has been mentioned, it is organized by the Indian Council of World Affairs, which is India's oldest foreign policy think tank, and it is also the lead think tank in India for SCO matters. Since joining the SCO in 2017, India is for the first time the chair of SCO Council of Heads of State, and ICWA has the privilege to host this unique conference in the year of India's chairmanship. I am particularly grateful to Ambassador Gregory to participate in this conference. Since India took over the chairmanship, it has been expanding its cooperation with the SCO and in many, many ways. But to speak of SCO first, we must recognize that the SCO today has a geographical expanse that extends from the Arctic to the Indian Ocean and from the Pacific to the Black Sea. The strength of SCO lies in the fact that, one, it has organically evolved within the region, and secondly, because it pursues policies by building consensus among members who have all an equal stake in its decisions. India remains committed to strengthening the mandate of the SCO. India approaches the SCO chairmanship under the vision of secure, which was articulated by Prime Minister Modi at the Qingdao Summit in 2018. Secure denotes security, economic cooperation, connectivity, unity, respect for sovereignty and environment. Within this framework, India also strives to expand its pillars of cooperation, primarily among these being the field of science and technology, under which science and technology, startup and innovations and traditional medicines will receive focus. I want to emphasize that unlike ever before, India has invited dialogue partners and observers to SCO for over 15 socio-cultural events and technical meetings. This has been a part of India's efforts to create a platform in SCO to exchange views with observers and dialogue partners in a more meaningful and substantive manner. Extending the spirit of cooperation and partnership to observers and dialogue partners beyond the limited opportunity of merely participating in summits will be useful to the work of the SCO. This will help us to carry forward the idea of Samarkand spirit, as was outlined by President Shavkat Mirziyoyev during the SCO summit last year. That is the theme of the Samarkand spirit being, the world is to be perceived as one. This is akin to the Indian ethos of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family. The SCO, therefore, is a platform for collaboration and cooperation in the Eurasian space. The theme of the conference, Reconnect and Rejuvenate, is to put forth the view that the region needs to be more connected and have several strands of interaction. Robust connectivity within and between Central and South Asia has roots in history, and it is time to reinvigorate linkages, including civilizational, to further the common aspirations of the region. SEO needs to be an enabler in connecting the nodes and synergize the common objectives. In keeping with the centrality of Central Asia, India, along with other partner countries, has been making efforts to improve Central Asia's connectivity with South Asia, Caucasus, Eurasia, and further north, especially through the multilateral initiatives like the International North South Transport Corridor. India has also been taking practical steps to operationalize the Chabahar port. With Iran joining the SU as a member state, Chabahar can provide a secure, viable, and unhindered access to sea for Central Asian countries. This enhanced connectivity will in turn rejuvenate the development of the region and of SCO at a time when countries are recovering from post pandemic consequences and are facing challenges arriving from ongoing geopolitical developments. SCO region is of course faced with multiple challenges. Instability in Afghanistan, which shares borders with the SCO countries, has been a common concern for us. The responsibility is on the region to help make it a stable, peaceful country integrated with regional economic systems. It is equally important that Afghanistan forms a truly inclusive and representative government. India has been providing humanitarian assistance to the people of Afghanistan. Terrorism, transnational crimes, and cyber threats have been a cause of concern and hampering closer cooperation in promoting regional development and building a cooperative regional environment. A concerted effort is required to decisively deal with these challenges. Our conference today and tomorrow, with 4 working sessions, will discuss the nuances of issues that concern us all. The first session, Reconnect and Lead, SEO's role in enhanced integration, will examine SEO's current and future role in a wider framework of global and interregional developments and in multilateralism. The next session, titled Reconnect for Stability, Ensuring Secure and Re-emergence of Eurasia, will discuss ways to secure an all-encompassing security in our shared space. Thereafter, there will be a session, Reconnect, Synchronize, Grow, Quest for Enhanced Connectivity, which will focus on connectivity issues which have acquired growing salience during in the entire organization. The final session, Reconnecting the People, Invigorating Hearts and Minds, puts people at the center and will discuss how to enhance cultural connect and increase interaction among the youth, women, entrepreneurs, experts, and media in our shared space. We hope that the deliberations of this conference will contribute to the growth of SEO. With these words, I thank you all for coming and participating in this conference. We will look forward to your remarks, which we are sure will contribute to the SEO work. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Ambassador Damu Ravi, Secretary ER, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, to deliver the keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, friends. At the outset, let me express my deep appreciation to the Director General, Ambassador Vijay Thakur Singh, and her team for this extraordinary initiative of organizing this particular conference. I also like to acknowledge the Deputy Director General of SEO, Ambassador Grigory Lagvinov, for gracing this occasion to be here, and the Joint Secretary Yojana Patel, also the National Coordinator of India for SEO, for her hard work in organizing the SEO events during this India's chairship, and her team, uh, and various initiatives that have been held across India. Also, the members of the SEO, observers and dialogue partners, and dear colleagues, ambassadors, it's for me a proud privilege to be here today to give this address, but I think speaking amidst such learned people, experts, I don't have to elaborate too much because the next 2 days sessions will have so much to talk about important issues that affect not just the region but also the globe. I think there is an interlink between this. The global issues also affect the region, and the regional issues affect people. I think there is an importance for us to understand this dynamic while you are discussing during this 2 days seminar. um, the importance of the SEO has put in the context by the Director General. We all recognize that the shared heritage connects us. There are deep civilizational links that bonds us, and there is a historical connect which has been enduring for several centuries. Now, these are very, very important links that have brought us together. But we also recognize that there are challenges, and no region in the world can be just peaceful and stable. The challenges of many, again, many of us are aware of what these challenges are. But in the most recent times, we have faced challenges of a very different proportion, of global proportion, pandemic, how it has impacted all lives, humanity at risk, lives lost, and suddenly we are now focusing on the importance of healthcare in our agenda for the SEO, and also it's become a global agenda. The geopolitical tensions. Many of our countries are not directly involved, or maybe some, but at the same time, there is the effect of it, a collateral damage, if we can say so, that affects all of us, and how we need to be prepared for that. The third dimension I would like to emphasize here is the changing world, and we need to recognize that the shifts of the geopolitical weight, economic and political, moving towards the Indo-Pacific region. And all of us are in some way or the other connected with that, and how we need to gear up, how we need to prepare for those challenges. I think few other challenges that Director General has mentioned is terrorism. And the terrorism is another unseen enemy that is keep affecting our peace, stability, and it is something like there's no immediate solution unless and until we all work together to finding a common agenda to tackle it. The most importantly, when we look at regional cooperation, I think few things that come to our mind: peace, prosperity, progress. But people are at the center of that. We also recognize that within the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Central Asia is indeed central to it. And we have to take that idea in our discussion when we look at the developing the region on a broader scale. I think few other important developments within the region that we need to focus on, in my view, is the energy security point of view. It's SEO is such an important region. But you cannot unleash the potential or realize the full potential of the energy security unless you have a good connectivity. And this is again, we need to put our focus together, how we can ensure that this is realized to its fullest potential. We in the Ministry of External Affairs and the Government of India, we recognize that during our chairship, all of you have given wonderful support and cooperation. We are indeed grateful to you, and we express our sincere gratitude for that cooperation. India's objectives for the SCO chair have already been enumerated. The Director General has clearly spelled out that this comes in the shape of secure, that Prime Minister has already mentioned during his participation at the Qingdao Summit in 2018. I think the same focus continues even to this day under our chairship. The one definitely what we would like to do and what Yojana has been laying out the agenda is three pillars. And the three pillars are again enumerated. All of you are aware of it. The startups and innovation, science and technology, and traditional medicine. This is also in keeping with our larger goal of world is one family, which we say it is Vasudeva Kutumbakam. And in this, uh, uh, during our chairship, we have also emphasized a lot in bringing in the observers and dialogue partners into the fold, and to ensure that these debates, discussions, interactions within SCO under our chair has a wider participation and new ideas can emerge out of it. I believe this is uh, in line with the Samarkand spirit espoused by President Mirziyoyev at the SCO summit in September 2022. Keeping in view our priorities, we have organized a few events, and I think these are again very clear. I don't have to go into details, but clearly I would like to mention here, for record's sake, the SCO Resident Research Program. Then we also done the SCO Young Scientists Conclave, SCO Film Festival, SCO Cultural Show at Surajkund Mela, and SCO Tourism Mart. Now, these are all we consider very important for all of us. When we bring in young scientists, there is a research that can be shared. Incredible research is happening in many parts of our world, particularly in the SCO countries. But it's also important for us to share that research for greater prosperity. And I would like to say that language should not be a limiting factor. And we should move from using more than few languages within SCO. And maybe all of us should put our thoughts together to ensure that perhaps English at one also becomes another language that can be used in the SCO, so that the research that is going on in our countries, the young scientist interaction can be made possible if you're having multiple options, and all of us would benefit out of it. So that is one of the ideas I'd like to leave with you. Perhaps I hope it will come to realization at some stage during India's chair itself. The second idea I again want to leave thought with you is the traditional medicine. Now, it is not something like a competition between Western medicine and the traditional medicine. I'm sure both can coexist very well. There can be multiple solutions for human health care. This is so important because we are looking for solutions at the post-pandemic situations where humanity came under deep risk. So many lives were lost. So we have to find multiple solutions. And all of our countries have something to offer in that field. It is just that unfortunately, in the rat race of competition of medicine, the traditional medicine seems to have lost out. India is in the forefront. We are taking global leadership to bring the traditional medicine into the forefront. The World Health Organization, the Director General, has also recognized it. He, along with Prime Minister Modi, inaugurated the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Gujarat last year, 2022. So, our Ministry of Ayush, which is traditional medicine, has done a lot of events, and we are realizing that there's a lot of interest being generated amongst the member countries in SCO, how to introduce traditional medicine for finding solutions to our own health problems. Now, this is again, we will not be able to find recognition overnight, but if we start talking about it, discussing about it, perhaps we will see value in course of time. But let us keep talking about it, and the forum like this is absolutely useful to bring that debate into the forefront. Another pillar, the third pillar that of our focus during our chair is the startup. And we again believe that the youth of our region should take advantage of the energy that is there. The startup culture has become so important. It's been very successful in India, but I believe that if we bring the entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs in our region together, perhaps in course of time we will find enduring collaborations. Collaborations that are able to find economic value, that's able to create employment generation, that's able to find new ideas for the challenges that our region faces. And in this context, let me emphasize to you again the importance of the digital technologies. And we have successful models, but I wouldn't say that ours is the only model that should be replicated elsewhere in the SEO. All of you would have your own models too, but we can learn from each other, and we can create win-win solutions for our partnerships of the youth through the startup innovation. So India hopes to create an institutional framework for interaction between member states of the SEO on startups and innovation by setting up a special working group in this field. And I hope you will all participate in it enthusiastically and make it successful. So there are a few other ideas that I have here, which Yojana asked me to state, but these are all in the in your knowledge, so I don't want to go into details of it. But I think one point that finds merit to be mentioned is about the Buddhist heritage, the shared Buddhist heritage, which again connects us very strongly. And it has left an indelible mark in the SEO landscape. So I think there is some exhibition is being planned of a shared heritage, and eventually in the month of April, that's what you are planning, Yojana. So I wish you good luck, and all of us should find it an advantage and take advantage of this initiative and participate enthusiastically. So ladies and gentlemen, let me not come in between you and the vigor of the debate and the discussion that you will engage in the next 2 days. But I'd like to thank you for your participation. And this year in particular, we have participation not just from the members, but also from the observers and the dialogue partners. That is a very, very important step that we have taken. We would like all of you to put your ideas together so that educate us in the policy making to improve ourselves in the way we understand the dynamics of SEO and move forward on that. I wish you all the very best for the next 2 days and the success for this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is now my pleasure to invite Ambassador Grigory Logvinov, Deputy Secretary General, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, to deliver the special address. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Уважаемый генеральный директор Индийского совета по международным делам, посол Виджна Такур Сингх. Well, I'm sorry, but I forward speaking my native language, if you don't mind, of course. Уважаемый заместитель министра иностранных дел Республики Индии, посол Даму Рави, уважаемые коллеги, друзья. Прежде всего, позвольте выразить признательность индийским партнерам, организовавшим в рамках своего председательства в ШОС нынешнюю конференцию. Замечу, председательство весьма успешного и насыщенного, тем более проходящего под мудрым руководством уважаемой Йоджаны Патель. О том, что конференция привлекла к себе серьезный интерес на пространстве организации, свидетельствует представительный и авторитетный состав экспертов и политологов, принимающих в ней участие. Тема конференции «Перекоммутации и омоложения» представляется глубоко актуальной и востребованной. И, наверное, есть известный символизм в том, что проходит она в первый месяц весны, когда природа просыпается от зимней спячки, но, к сожалению, не во всех регионах мира знают, что такое зима. Вот, стряхивает с себя прошлогоднюю шелуху и покрывается новой молодой листвой. К сожалению, говорить о признаках наступающей весны в геополитической обстановке пока не приходится. Скорее наоборот. В международной жизни продолжают сгущаться тучи. В межгосударственных отношениях преобладают полярные холода, а в отдельных случаях бушуют ледяные штормы. Человеческое сообщество вступило в период глобальной трансформации, в ходе которой выкристаллизовывается новый многополярный миропорядок. Рождается он тяжело, образно говоря, в муках. Мир сотрясают в полном смысле слова тектонические толчки, раскалывающие международное сообщество. Межгосударственные отношения стремительно деградируют. Все более расшатывается архитектура глобального мироустройства с ООН во главе, сформировавшаяся после Второй мировой войны. Ведется подкоп под всю систему международного права. Активизируются попытки заменить его некими правилами. Остановить эти разрушительные процессы, не дать международной обстановке пройти точку невозврата, отвести мир от роковой черты – наша общая ответственность и обязанность. ШОС изначально создавалась сугубо созидательными, жизнеутверждающими целями. Как зафиксировано в Шанхайской декларации об учреждении ШОС 2001 года, целями организации является укрепление государственными участниками взаимного доверия, дружбы и добрососедства, поощрение эффективного сотрудничества между ними в политической, торгово-экономической, научно-технической, культурной, образовательной, энергетической, транспортной, экологической и других областях. Совместные усилия по поддержанию и обеспечению мира, безопасности и стабильности в регионе, построению нового демократического, справедливого и рационального политического и экономического международного порядка. Эти цели в международно-договорной форме закреплены в Хартии, Уставе ШОС, напомню, зарегистрированной в секретариате ООН. В генотипе ШОС отсутствуют конфронтационные гены. Если организация с чем-то и борется, то это угрозы общие не только для государств-членов, но и для всего международного сообщества. В уставных документах ШОС нет взаимных обязательств по совместной обороне от внешней агрессии. Единственное, договор о долговременном добрососедстве, дружбе и сотрудничестве между государственными членами ШОС 2007 года предусматривает возможность проведения консультаций в рамках организации в случае возникновения ситуации, ставящей под угрозу безопасность одной из сторон договора. За 20 лет своего существования организация из обращенного преимущественно на Центральную Азию координационного диалогового механизма выросла в крупнейшее трансрегиональное объединение, играющее системную роль не только в делах евразийского пространства, но и на глобальном уровне. Хотя Центральная Азия, как это зафиксировано в документах высшего уровня организации, остается ядром ШОС. В ряде областей ШОС идет во главе международных усилий по формированию и внедрению норм ответственного, отвечающего взаимным интересам поведения на жизненно важных направлениях. Выделю в первую очередь обеспечение международной информационной безопасности и борьбу с экстремизмом. ШОС успешно справилась с задачей по защите государств-членов от угрозы терроризма, сепаратизма и экстремизма. Региональная антитеррористическая структура ШОС стала действенным инструментом подавления поднявшего было голову в некоторых государствах, членах сепаратистских, фундаменталистских бандформирований. Надежный заслон поставлен наркотрафику. В результате реализации антинаркотической стратегии ШОС из незаконного оборота ныне изымается до 40% наркотиков опийной группы, перехватываемых на всем пространстве Евразии. На практике воплощен ключевой принцип шанхайского духа – полное равенство и взаимное уважение. В организации, объединяющей принципиально разные по своему финансово-экономическому потенциалу и политической традиции государства, нет признаков пренебрежения чужой точки зрения, давления, деления на ведущих и ведомых. ШОС представляет собой комфортную площадку, на которой каждая страна может ознакомить других своей историей, культурой, социально-этической философией, продвигать свои мировоззрения и подходы. Подписанный в 2007 году договор о долгосрочном добрососедстве, дружбе и сотрудничестве знаменовал установление нового качества отношений между государственными членами ШОС на базе принципов шанхайского духа. Созданы надлежащие предпосылки для выхода на принципиально новый уровень в хозяйственном взаимодействии. Есть основания ожидать качественного прорыва на данном направлении, причем не только в традиционных, но и инновационных областях, таких как зеленая энергетика, цифровая экономика и другие. В целом трудно назвать какой-либо компонент межчеловеческого общения, по которым в ШОС не было бы налажено сотрудничество или установлены контакты, будь то наука и техника, торговля и инвестиции, культура и искусство, здравоохранение, спорт, молодежь, женские обмены, выставки, фестивали и так далее. Если я буду перечислять все, то, боюсь, на остальные доклады уже не останется времени даже завтра. Ну и, наконец, ШОС выдержала проверку коронавирусом. Государства-члены проявили высокий уровень солидарности и взаимовыручки. В отличие от участников некоторых других многосторонних структур, не скатились к принципу «спасайся кто как может». На сегодня ШОС можно без преувеличения назвать центром притяжения для растущего числа государств различных регионов. В скором времени количество государств-членов возрастет до 10, а государств-партнеров ШОС по диалогу вплотную приблизится к 15. Очевидно, что желающие присоединиться к семье ШОС страны не хотят жить в конфронтационной системе координат, не желают, чтобы ими командовали или навязывали общественно-политические стандарты и модели, чуждые культурной и общецивилизационной традиции. Иными словами, принципы и нормы, сама жизненная парадигма, отстаиваемая ШОС, широко востребованы на международной арене. Уже сейчас пространство организации охватывает порядка четверти земной суши, а население достигает практически половины человечества. На этой огромной территории формируется позитивная альтернатива кризисным конфликтным подходам. Уважаемые участники, мы живем в эпоху исторических перемен. Меняется все, от климата до геополитической конфигурации. ШОС – молодой, живой, развивающийся организм, ориентированный в будущее. Растут ряды государств-членов, неуклонно ширится ее повестка дня. Соответствующим образом повышается ответственность за судьбы региона и мира. На заседании Совета глав государств-членов в сентябре прошлого года в древнем Самарканде было принято решение начать работу по модернизации организации с целью ее адаптации к изменяющимся международным реалиям. Речь не идет о каком-то кардинальном переформатировании ШОС или ее трансформации в некое принципиально иное по своим целям и принципам объединения. Имеется в виду тщательно выверенная, тонкая настройка ее исполнительных механизмов в интересах дальнейшего повышения эффективности и способности организации к решению стоящих перед нею задач. В том числе хочу сказать, что это уже решено. Английский язык станет одним из рабочих языков ШОС в достаточно скором времени. А главное, остается абсолютно неизменной константой нормы и ценности шанхайского духа, прошедшие испытания временем политической, нравственной и этической основы ШОС. Спасибо за внимание и желаю всем насыщенной, взаимозаинтересованной и плодотворной дискуссии. Спасибо еще раз.
Thank you, Excellency. With this, we come to the end of the inaugural session. It's now my pleasure to propose a vote of thanks. At the outset, on behalf of Indian Council of World Affairs, I would like to thank Ambassador Grigory Logvinov, Deputy Secretary General, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, for sharing his valuable perspectives and insights in his special address, which will guide the deliberations. We'd like to express our gratitude to Ambassador Damu Ravi, Secretary ER, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, for sharing his thoughts in his keynote address, which has set the tone of the conference. In course of 1.5 days, we'll be reflecting on them. I would also like to thank Ambassador Vijay Thakur Singh, DG ICWA, for her welcome remarks. I would take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks and welcome all our distinguished delegates from SCO member, observers, and dialogue partner countries. We are also thankful to all the participants from various think tanks and universities who have accepted our invitation to be present here for this conference, and we look forward to your valuable contributions to the deliberations. Now this we come to the end of the inaugural session. We will now have a group photo. I request Deputy Secretary General, Secretary ER, DGICWA, all the ambassadors and head of delegations to assemble for group photo outside the conference room. After the photo session, we'll break for tea and reconvene at 3:30 hours for session 1. Thank you.